Take a look at what this guy did. He made a chalk line using an old tape measure. Do you think this will really work? Let's test it out. Look, you can already cut the tip just like this. The big problem with regular line markers is that they don't do this. See, they don't retract. So to do this, we're going to use twine, which is usually the same material used in line markers. I need to estimate the length of the tape measure. As I pull the tape and the twine will be a bit shorter than the tape, about this size, okay? Now we cut the twine, and at the end of the twine, we put one of these big washers. It needs to be a little heavier if it's too small. It's going to go through the opening of the tape measure and then stop inside, right? And that will damage the tape measure. So tie it well, see, make it really tight. Now I'm going to pull the whole tape measure out again to make a hole at the distance we want. I'm going to use a really thin drill bit here. I'll attach it to the drill and then we'll drill. The hole is already open. There you go. Now you can cut the tip just like this. Cut these little ends here so you don't hurt yourself. Put it here inside the hole we made. I'm going to pass it through both holes. See, that's to avoid cutting the string and then breaking it and we lose everything we did. Pull it through the other one and then you can tie the knot. It must be tight, since if it comes loose, it will get tangled inside and become unusable. Use an older tape measure, but make sure it works. Now I'm gonna get some super glue and apply it to the joints just to make sure it won't cut. Look, you have to apply it on both sides, like this, see? And then let it dry, because if this breaks here, you'll lose all the work you've done. Now, to make the powder for the beater, we're going to use a piece of plaster. Look, just scrape it. You take an old knife that's already a bit dull and start scraping. So, to make the powder, it has to be really fine powder. If there are any lumps in it, it won't work. It'll get stuck inside. The cool thing about this idea is that you can make a chalk line that retracts on its own. Usually with chalk lines, you have to keep winding them up, right? There's a crank, so you have to wind the string each time. But this way, it'll return automatically like a tape measure. A good amount. I think it will be enough for us to get the string dirty later. It's also easy to refill if you want to add more. Since I did it on top of the paper, it's easy. I put it together, so we'll pour it in here. Leave some tape measure sticking out like this and rest it there. Make a small tip and start pouring it inside. Look, each time you come back, let me tap it here so it goes down, see? From side to side. Every time you put the tape measure back in place, it's going to get the string dirty. Look, and now it's really simple. I'm going to unlock the tape measure. Let it go back with the string inside. The problem we're having, see, is that it gets stuck inside because that end of the tape measure, when you try to pull it back, it doesn't come. It gets stuck inside. Look, I think they did something there to make it look like it worked, but actually it doesn't come out, see? It gets stuck inside, so it doesn't work. Idea tested and disapproved.